Hi guys, this is Salima Cartwright from HealthyHairJourney.com, and in this video I want to show you guys how I self-trim my hair using the flat iron chase comb and the chase method. This method is a really easy method to use if you're wearing your hair straight and you want to trim your hair. It's super easy. I'm using the flat iron chase comb, which is available at healthyhairjourney.com. And this is my hair before I trimmed. As you can see, I really did need a trim really badly. And this is my hair after the trim. Now I like my ends a little uneven, but you don't have to do yours that way. You can get a really precision cut with this comb. Really precise. This is a really easy way to trim your hair because you can section your hair in sections and use the previously cut hair as a guide. People ask me often, how often do I trim my hair? And I usually trim my hair about 2 to 3 times a year. I just generally trim just as needed. Now, while my hair was relaxed, I trimmed my hair a little bit more often because it was chemically treated. But just be sure to trim your hair because if you don't trim your hair, you're going to get a lot of split ends, and split ends do break. And we do have another video on our website, on our channel and on our website, on the healthyhairjourney.com website, that shows how I trim my hair when it's in its kinky state. And I use the twist and trim method, and we also have that video on our website and on our channel, so you can check that one out too if you want to know how to trim your hair, an easy way to trim your hair while it's in its kinky state with a twist and trim method. But right now I'm just going to show you guys how I use the flat iron chase comb. This comb will really grip your hair, so it makes it a lot easier to get a really nice even cut while you're trimming. Be sure also to use some really super sharp scissors, because if you use scissors that are dull, you'll end up with ragged ends, and it'll be horrible. You even get even more split ends. So make sure you use a really super sharp pair of shears. So I'm doing this myself, but you can also have someone else do it for you, and they can help you out. But this is a really easy way to trim your hair. Basically, you section your hair in 3 to 4 sections and move the comb to where you want it trimmed. And then you just go in and trim. And I was having a little bit of difficulty here because I was looking in the camera. And it's kind of awkward when you're trying to cut your hair in the camera. But that's basically how you do it. You move the comb to where you want your hair trimmed. And then just trim. It's really easy. You can go back and get the uneven areas later. But that's the way to do it. It's really easy. Now what you want to do is go back and yeah, right there I cut maybe about 2 to 3 inches off in different areas. But my hair is no longer layered. I grew out my layers, so I've been keeping the back about the same length, and I've been growing out the top and the sides. So now what you want to do is take the previously cut hair and go to the next section of hair that needs to be cut and use the previously cut hair as a guide. So I'm going to the second section, move the comb all the way down to where I want my hair cut, and then I'm going to use the previously cut hair as a guide. As you can see right there where my hair has already been trimmed, and then you go through and use that hair as a guide, and then you have a really even cut. You can see right there. And then you just go back and do it with each section. It's really easy. And I'm not sure if I mentioned this or not, but my hair was already flat iron using the chase comb. I used the chase comb to flat iron my hair also. It helps with get rid of the frizzy ends. So we have a video on that you can check out. I'll put the links on the bottom of the page. But it's a flat ironing natural hair using the chase method. I think that's the name of the video. You can check that one out too. But it makes the ends really super straight. Then I'm just doing another section. I took the side section and split it up in two because it was a little bit thick. So I'm just doing the same thing. I'm using the previously cut hair as a guide. I'm going all the way through. Going all the way through to the bottom there. And I'm just using that as a guide, and I'm just using some really sharp shears and just cutting it right there, make it nice and even. And it was really awkward trying to cut my hair in this camera, so please forgive me, but I was just doing the best that I could. I hope this video was able to help someone out there with their trims. But as you can see, the comb is really gripping the hair and keeping it in place. And now I'm off to my last section. This section I didn't have to cut too much off. But when I went back, you can go back after you're done and just go back and even everything off. Or you can have someone else do it for you. So just combing through that section. Make sure you comb through first and get all the hair nice and even. And then just go back and use the hair as a guide. The hair that's been previously cut, use it as a guide, and then just trim. I'm going to show you guys a little bit later in this video how you can get some layers. Like as I mentioned earlier, I grew out all of my layers basically. I just wanted my hair to be just one length. So this is a good way to trim your hair if your hair is just one length. If not, you can hold the comb out at 90 degrees from your scalp, and you can do layers that way. So after a fresh trim, my hair always feels really, really good. It feels really, really even and soft on the ends. Now I'm just going to go back in and get the rest of the ends that I need to kind of clean up a little bit in the front. I just trimmed about maybe 1.5 inches off of this section here. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. Let's go ahead and trim the other side there. And that's about it. That's how I trim my hair. It's pretty easy. If I wasn't doing this on camera, it probably would have just taken me just a few minutes to do. It's kind of awkward working on the camera. But after I trimmed this section, that was about it. I didn't have to trim too much on the sides. So I love the way my hair feels after a fresh trim. It always feels really, really good. My ends feel really healthy, and it just looks a lot better when you trim your hair. It just looks better. Looks nice and healthy. My ends feel really good, and I'm always happy after a nice fresh trim. So, next section here, I think I'm going to show you guys how much I actually did cut, which was probably about 2 to 3 inches. Some sections were about 2 inches, some sections were about 3 inches. So that's general. I usually don't cut that much off when I do a trim, but that's just about how much I needed to get cut off this time. So now I'm going to show you guys how you can put some layers in your hair. This was taken a few days later. This was right before I shampooed my hair, but I just want to show you guys how you can do some layers in your hair. Just hold the hair out at about 90 degrees. Now, the higher you hold your hair up, the more of a layer you're going to get. So if you just want some mild layers, you can hold your hair up at about 90-degree angle. Pull it out straight from your hair and then just cut. Then it's give you a really, really nice mild layer. And then if you want even more severe layers, then you can go towards the top and pull the hair up a little bit higher, and you can get more deeper layers. So this is a really easy way to get some layers in your hair. If you want to frame your face, you can do some bangs with this comb. You can frame your face and do some really nice layers going into your face. You can do some layers like only at the top section of your hair. If you just want to section the top and layer that part off, just section the top and just put a little bit of layers on the top there. You can do a lot with this comb. It's really easy. Yeah, when you hold your hair up straight like that, that's about a 90-degree angle. You can get some really nice layers like that too. So I just wanted to show you guys how I generally do my hair when it's time for a trim, how I trim my hair. I hope this video was really helpful to someone out there. As I mentioned before, this comb, the Flat Iron Chase comb, is available on the healthyhairjourney.com website, along with our other products, Hydratherma Naturals line. And feel free to come over to our website and check us out. We're healthyhairjourney.com. And thank you so much. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.